Psycho. I'm a birth doula, newborn, maternity and birth photographer. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about what to expect when you get pregnant. And please meet my friend Elena. She's expecting a baby soon, and she has experience about how to find your practice in Washington DC, how to choose your midwife or doctor, and what to expect in general when you get pregnant.
Hello.
Okay, tell me a little bit more about what were your expectations as far as first step when you found out that you're pregnant. What did you do right away? Who did you call? Where did you go? And how is your whole experience have been so far?
So first of all, I want to say I'm 38 weeks.
So when you found out that you are pregnant, what did you do?
So when we find out, we was in, I believe, 4 weeks pregnant.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so that's early.
Yeah, it was everything new for me, so I don't know what to do, whether I need to go and what doctor I need to pick. So like everyone do research, ask friends, or if you want, doula, you can ask doula. When you do appointment to the doctor, they will do first appointment and 12 weeks, between 10 and 12 weeks, correct?
So just note that, because I have lots of first-time mothers asking this question, like, what is the time, when do I go to the hospital, when do I see the doctor for the first time, and or when I'm supposed to call them? So the first appointment that you could get was at?
Between 10 and 12 weeks.
Okay, so 10 and 12 weeks, just remember.
You can do appointment like when you know in first time, like in 4 or 5 weeks, you call to the office. When you pick your doctor, you call that office to do appointment, and they will do appointment for you between 10 and 12 weeks of your pregnancy.
Perfect. So what was at that appointment? What happened when you actually came to the doctor?
When I came, we did sonogram.
Okay, so right there.
Yeah.
The same day.
Because doctor said he need to make sure we need to find all.
One more time. So what did they say to you when you got to the office?
So doctor told us we need to do sonogram in the first time to see a spine of baby and make sure we have heartbeat.
Okay. So the first appointment actually meant that they were going to check to do the ultrasound for you and to check on your baby, which is great.
Yeah.
So what did they see? What did they tell you? Like, what was the follow-up?
It was really quickly, and we saw our baby.
For the first time?
Really small one. We saw our baby for the first time, and we saw spine and heartbeat, and it was really exciting moment. So it was our first appointment.
Oh, perfect. That sounds like amazing.
Like 5-10 minutes.
5-10 minutes of amazing time with your doctor. Perfect.
Yeah, of course. And if you have any question, and I'm sure you have a lot of questions, you can ask your doctor.
So how did you pick practice that you went to, and do you have a doctor now, or are you going to give birth with midwife? Can you tell a little more about this? So a lot of women are asking this big question about whether I should choose a doctor, whether I should choose a midwife or birth doula, and what is the difference between these three. Okay, so let's first ask Elena what did she do with her practice, with her appointments, and then I'll tell you a little more about difference between these three people.
Yeah, we just picked up a doctor, like we asked a couple friends and do research like everyone doing in Google. And we really like it that our doctor office have 5 doctors, so we can meet like everyone, and that office in a hospital where I expect to have my baby. So that's why we decide to stay with this office and with these all doctors, and we love it.
Perfect. Okay. So you have chosen to have a doctor at your birth, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me tell you a little more about the difference between midwife and doctor. So midwife and doctor are both medical professionals, so they're going to be covered by insurance and they can both be present at your birth. What is the difference between them? So if you do have like a complicated pregnancy, if you have lots of questions about your birth and or just you're worried about the whole overcome, then I would recommend you to go with a doctor, because doctor has a high degree and he's capable of solving difficult, complicated questions right there, right with you at birth. So if you think that you may have to have some kind of interventions during your labor, then I would suggest to go with a doctor. Yet, if you're thinking about having a natural labor and want this medical support to stay with you longer, to maybe explain you more, to have hands-on experience with how to help you with delivery of your baby, then you may want to consider a midwife, because midwife is someone who will be devoting her time and efforts to help you maybe turn the baby in labor, or maybe just help you switch positions and just make sure that you have that fantastic natural labor experience. It's really popular nowadays to have doula with you at labor. So Elena, why have you decided to have a doula at birth?
Oh, like we have a doctor. We definitely will have a doctor, but for me, like for my emotional comfort, yes, and I really want to have doula. Like she have a big experience with different hospital, and it's very important for me. She can give a lot of tips, and which is also very helpful.
Right.
And also, I don't wanna to be with my husband. He really super nice, but I want to be with doula in that moment, because she is woman and she's understand me, and
right. No, I agree with you, because this is a really sensitive question. A lot of women, when they come first time to me as a doula, they asking like, shall I take my mom with me into labor? Shall I maybe have my husband or my partner with me at birth? And I always recommend, yeah, why not? Like, you can have that support person with you at labor and delivery room. Yet you have to understand that those people, first of all, they love you, and they're going to get stressed. They're going to be worrying for you, because when you are in labor, you are experiencing like lots of emotions, change of hormones. So you're actively present in the moment, and you are giving birth, while your partner, who is present with you in the hospital or wherever you choose to give birth, he's just like standing there and watching you in pain, in discomfort, and he's getting stressed about it. In addition to that, this person can't really do much, even though you might have been attending courses or read some information or maybe books. The huge difference between doula and your partner is that doula has been to so many births and has so much hands-on experience about different scenarios of births that she'll help you like define at each stage of labor what is going on with your body, if your contractions are doing well, if you are doing okay, and what are the best positions to take at this particular moment for you. What are the relaxation techniques that can be used at this particular moment, again, for you, that will work for you, because you probably met her, this doula, in advance, and you created a birth plan, so she knows a lot of comfort measures and techniques that are effective for you at birth, and she'll be helpful to apply them. And also, she's the person who is going to comfort your partner at labor, and if he wants to be involved, if he wants to be present, so she's going to show like, hey, this is how we do massage, or this is how we do counter pressure, or could you maybe bring her some water, and so she is going to help him help you and feel great about it. Same time, if he's worried at some moments that something is going wrong, doula can explain that this is normal stage of labor, this is transition, this is what she is experiencing, and this is all normal. So for him, for his emotional well-being, it's going to be a great support to have doula with you as well. So doula is not someone who will take his place and be there instead of him or her. Yeah. Doula is someone who is going to help both of you, yes, to make sure that this important moment of your life is going to be a great experience, and this is the start of your family. So this is really important, and I feel that this will make it a huge difference for you, like how you go through birth and how you meet your baby, and make it really emotionally comforting and exciting for you. Doula also is someone who can advocate for you, which means that a lot of times you are not often in the hospital, so you don't know sometimes like what nurse is saying to you. They will use medical terms which might mean nothing to you, especially when you're in labor and in pain or discomfort. And so doula is going to be someone who will explain, okay, this means that, or okay, this is what they're suggesting. Do we have time to maybe wait a little and make this informed decision? Because doula is going to provide information about whether it's time to do epidural or not, like what are the advantages and disadvantages of each decision you make in labor. And as much as you can read about it, you are still lost, because this is your baby, this is your labor, and this is important. So you want to make sure that every decision that is made based on you having a lot of information, and be clear and feel safe and feel confident about what you do. This influences the whole labor, and it influences your impressions about your labor later on, because a lot of women, if they make a decision in labor and they are unsure about the decision, they question it for years and years and years. And so if you do this decision being informed, then you feel relaxed, you feel confident, and you feel great about the whole experience that you have at your labor, which is great.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, this is perfect.